All right, guys, we are back with round one Edison format at Epik Cards and Games in Hurst, Texas. We have Kevin on the left playing Nitro Vayu versus yours truly on the right playing kind of a standard Vayu deck. This tournament was 4 rounds of Swiss, cut the top 8. Kevin, I think, rolled in 11, and I rolled in 7. So this was the first tournament after the LDS. You can see here I'm playing on the top 8 LDS man. I also put the ulti Dark Arm in my deck. Now, I'm back on Vayu, at least for this particular tournament. Alright, so it looks like Kevin starts off by activating Rhoda, grab Arma. Now, Kevin is very new to Edison. He mostly plays Advanced Yu-Gi-Oh!, so we'll see how he does. Alright, so Rhoda for Arma. Set 2. He's at Icarus, so is he going to summon the Arma? So passes. Alright. So he flips Trap Duchy, so my hand is Heavy, Upstart, Allure, Mirror Force, Bottomless. Yeah, not the... I mean, that shoot is just so broken. Would I have Allured away there? Depends on what I draw off the Upstart. See, that's the one beauty about Upstart. And Yada in general. When you get Trap Duchy, it's not as devastating. Same with Allure. Alright, so I Upstart. Let's see if I play the Allure. So I must have drawn a Raikou or something. Alright, so Kevin decides to flip the Yada. And normal's the Arma. This is pretty good for him. Because, like, Arma kind of trades with Raikou. If he thinks I set a Raikou. I mean, it's pretty obvious I'm playing Vayu because of the Plague, so... Okay, is he choosing not to attack? Okay, I chose to pop the Arma anyway. So I mill Necro, Jane. So, yeah, I'm actually experimenting with one Jane, 2 Raikou, and charge a Light Brigade in my Vayu deck. I don't like drawing double Raikou, because if you play 3 Raikou and charge, you're essentially playing 4 copies in your deck. So I was thinking, okay, I just want to play 2 Raikou and charge, so I have 3 Raikou in my deck. So it decreased the odds of me ever drawing 2 of them. And if I have a Jane in my deck, it gives me I basically play 3 Jane. I play the Jane itself, Rhoda, charge, and then sometimes I just like Jane. Sometimes you can just go Rhoda, charge, get it, and then run over Sirocco, run over Shura, run over Bora, Greffer, so many, Stratos. It's just a theory. I've tried it out before, but I think it's good. Got it from the kind of same reason Ryan I plays 3 Jane in his Lightsworn deck, but I like just 1. All right, so I set probably the second Raikou. So here comes Heavy. Now that he used a jar and a Yada, I'm like, that's far less likely to be a 3rd jar, but it is Icarus. See, I was playing around. I didn't really play around Icarus here, so I was kind of like, I could have flipped the Raikou. Maybe I should have just flipped the Raikou. Makes it 2 for 2 anyway. I just didn't think he would set Icarus with Vayu when I have a Raikou set. That's why I activated it. But he knew I had the heavy, so maybe he thought that I would activate it. All right, let's see. So now Kevin with the Allure, the card that Javi swears Vayu and Blackwing players always draw. I mean, I drew it too. See, maybe Javi's onto something. Because look, Kevin and I both drew Allure. I mean, he's got 2 Vayus in the graveyard, right? So he has to decide what he's going to banish. So he banishes the Plague Spreader. I can't see the rest of his hand, so... MST, my Bottomless. Set, pass. So this is weird because, like, I know he's on Nitro as soon as I saw the jar, so I'm thinking, what would you set? The third Vayu, so he mirror forces my Sirocco. Set one, pass. Tribute, force, tribute summon Sirocco. I mean, I think he's got all three Vayu. Yeah, he drew all three, so he's got all three Vayus in the graveyard. But I think that's his first Sirocco, so attacks me with Sirocco, I take it. So we're at 7k to 9k. I wonder why he's looking at his extra. Does he have Gale? Burial? Okay, so I have my own Sirocco. I think. Do I have a Sirocco? So I choose to just set. No, I think it's actually Dark Arm. Never mind, it's Dark Arm. I think I have Dark Arm and Burial in my hand. So yeah, he had Gale last turn. That's why he was looking at his extra deck. Now he can go Stardust here, Darkened Dragon. Let's see which one he decides to go for. So he decides to go for Stardust. Depends. If I was in his shoes, I would check to see how many Raikos are gone. Could be Hamster as well. Okay. So Stardust attack. It is Vayu. Set pass. All right. I'm finally gonna debut my ulti Dark Arm. I think I'm about to summon it. That's why I'm double checking to make sure I have 3 darks. Oh, I have 3 darks. I've always wanted an ulti Dark Arm. I just didn't want to. I didn't want to buy one. There it is, the ulti Dark Arm's debut, but he has a Solemn Judgment. I'll take it. He had to give up half his life points to stop my dad's debut. Yeah, I like max rarity cards. I just don't want to spend money on them. But if I win them, I'll keep them. Sentimental value as well. So the same thing with my Ghost Rare Stardust that I have. So like I get the max rarity card, but also there's a story behind it. Like obviously I remember I got it from in Cali. Same thing with my Ghost Rare Stardust. I won it from the PPG. Next thing I'm hunting is for Ultimate Caiuses, but I gotta top a big tournament in order to get those. Put them in my Vayu deck. If I win them, I'll keep them. I'll keep them. All right, so here he's banishes Vayu and Sirocco to bring out Arm Wing. So Arm Wing attack. I don't know if this was correct because like I couldn't stop your attack last turn. This actually kind of plays around Sirocco though, so it's not a bad play. Yeah, it's pretty good because like you guarantee that I can't top deck Sirocco to out your Stardust. So I have Burial. That's why I'm kind of like, let me just use the Necro. I'm gonna Burial it back anyway because I have 2 Vayus banished and Necro Garden like a Sirocco, and I'm kind of like I have an Arm Wing, so I'm gonna climb up with Vayu. So I'm a Burial both Vayus and the Necro Garden. Like there's no need to bring out the Sirocco because I don't think I can OTK him anyway. Unless I messed up. Now, it has been a while since I played Vayu. I don't... One of the things is he could have Gores as well. And I don't think I can deal with the Gores. That's one of the reasons why I... Maybe I had Rhoda as well. So here comes Rhoda for Arma. Arma effect. Send the Plague. Top for Plague. Oh, okay, I see. I know sometimes you just read your opponent has Gores by the way they play their cards. And I think this is one of those scenarios where I'm kind of reading that he has Gores. So Burial, put back the Vayu, the Vayu, 2 Vayus and Necro Gardener. Would it have been game if I... Yeah, it would have been game if I burialed the armor. But yeah, see, I read he had the Gores. That's why I didn't go for the Vayu play. The Vayu and bring back... This is why I made this play. Because I just read he had Gores. So that's why I didn't want to waste my burial. Because like I could have brought back Sirocco and double Vayu and gone for game, and it would have been game. But I read he had Gores, so I was like, I'm just gonna burial the Necro Gardener. All right, here comes Armor Master. Armor Master Gores token. SpongeBob token. The people I've talked to about Nitro Vayu, they think it's better than so I had Mirror Force. This is another reason why I made this play. Yeah, he's pretty much cooked now. Yeah, he concedes. So I take game 1. My return to Vayu Turbo. But I have so many reps with this deck. Like I always feel I can pick this deck up and do well with it. It's just because I've played it so much the past couple years. Versus some of the other decks, like I can't. Blackwings I think I could just pick up as well. Blackwing and Vayu, but the other decks and Frog Hero, I feel like I could just pick that deck up as well. But like Forg, for example, I think is one of the best decks in Edison. I don't want to put in the time to learn all the plays. But I think I might start soon. All right, so he just goes Trooper, pass. And here comes Cyber Dragon. Oof. Contact. So him milling the Gores is unfortunate because now I'm going to get super aggressive against him since he milled the Gores. So I'd summon Jane. Attack Jane. So maybe I should have held the Jane, but I know you don't have Gores, so I'm going to get aggressive. And then 2,000. Take out. Oh, I have a back row as well. End phase. Plus, I want to mill. I want to mill some Vayu Siroccos with Jane. So here comes Arma, and I rug the Arma. Now, you might be surprised to see rug against... I would not side that against regular... Actually, that card might be better against regular Vayu, right? Because you can stop Caius and... But I feel like this deck really, really relies on Armageddon Knight. So that's why I was like, you know what? I'm going to try Rug against Nitro Vayu. I'm not sure if it's correct. This is just a theory. I believe this deck heavily relies on their Armas and their I mean, they don't play Raikou and Hamster. So their normal summons are 3 Greffer, 3 Arma. They play triple Upstart, triple Yada, and a Jar to dig for Arma. So I felt Rug would always be live. And it could just completely stop their turn. So I was testing it out against this deck. Okay, so right now I'm debating on playing around Mirror Force. So now I know he doesn't have Mirror Force. So Jane attack, Chimeritic attack. So now he's at 400. And I get a chance to mill. Mill Prison and Arma. Yeah, just not milling anything. That's why some people think the Nitro... This is another reason people think the Nitro version is better. because you rely on, like, sometimes you just miss on your mills. And yeah, Kevin picks up. He bricked bad. He drew way too many trap cards. Deck dev, Greffer, yeah. I see. That's what. How good is Icarus in this deck? I mean, you play 7 Wing Beasts, but you're not always going to draw them. That's why I feel 3 Icarus is too much in that deck. I think 2 is enough. Yeah, I think 2 is enough. I think 3 is a little too much in that deck, but that's just my opinion. Anyways, I'm moving on with a 1-0 record. Thank you guys for watching. If you haven't already, please consider joining our members only. I'm uploading War League content featuring myself, the Sheriff Los, the Tiger King Javi, Ryanide, WizUp817, Adrian, and 2-time YCS winner Cam and the Man. Also have a coupon code for 5% off Yu-Gi-Oh! Singles and product at Epik Cards and Games. Those links will be in the description. And I'll see all you guys next time.